You say I'm foolish because I'm wearing...
I'm going to try this again since you had to report my last video, but masks don't work. Dr. Fauci said it in his email.
So for any potential young researchers out there trying to break out in the social science field, here's a potential research topic for you to conduct a study on: the correlation between toxic masculinity and disinformation. If you do actually do the study on that, please do me a favor and email me a copy of it. I don't even ask for a byline for the idea. But there's two things that we need to talk about in that video. First, the misinformation that masks don't work. So the claim is that Dr. Fauci said in his emails that masks do not work. And conspiracy theorists, propagandists, and people just spreading general disinformation have been using this as a claim that it was all a lie the entire time. Not understanding that one of the key points of science is that we do change our views on things as we get new information. But it's true that at the very beginning, Dr. Fauci was not an advocate of masks. But in his emails, he did not say masks don't work. What he actually said in his emails were masks are really for infected people to prevent them from spreading infection to people who are not infected, rather than protecting uninfected people from acquiring infection. He also said the typical mask you buy in the drugstore is not really effective in keeping out the virus, which is small enough to pass through the material. So he's not saying masks don't work. He states that masks are more from preventing you from infecting other people than getting infected yourself. And when the guidance about masks first came out, that was the guidance that was pushed. You are wearing masks to prevent you from infecting other people. Kind of like staff in an operating room. Most of the time they're wearing those masks to protect you, a person who is undergoing surgery. But if you follow the timeline along, you see that as we learn more about the COVID-19 virus, the CDC's guidelines changed, and as such, so did Dr. Fauci's advice. And that's the great thing about science. As time passes, we learn more. We get a better understanding, and hence more accurate information. So to state that at the very beginning of the pandemic, when we had less than 100 cases in the United States, that Dr. Fauci was not an advocate for masking, so that means that masks don't work, is anti-science and just straight up disinformation. But this brings us to the second part, the toxic masculinity and the fragility of males when they see women doing something that they don't agree with. Because this entire exchange started because he was triggered by seeing a thirst trap. A thirst trap in which a woman dare wear a mask that has no bearing on him whatsoever. What's also interesting is the anti-masker crowd stated that masks should be optional, and if you want to wear one, that's fine. They just don't want to wear one. But little snowflake there gets triggered when he sees a woman wearing a mask. And this is the toxic masculinity part, where as a man he thinks he has some sort of authority over a woman that he doesn't even know on the internet. What makes it even worse is when he did his video, he tried to cover his face. I'm sorry, that's real little D energy when you think you have the authority to tell somebody you don't know at all online what to do, but you're not even brave enough to show your face. Also, there appears to be a correlation between toxic masculinity and a complete lack of self-awareness. Because imagine commenting on someone else's video, "You look foolish," when, yeah. So remember, masks do work, and you have no authority to tell a woman what to do just because you have a penis.